Welcome to First Coat and thanks for joining us. My name is Tommy Zier and I'm the technical manager here at First Coat. For over 50 years, First Coat has widely been known as the manufacturer in the multifamily HVAC industry. This includes apartments, condos, assisted living, student dorms, and the hospitality industry. This is the first program in First Coat's virtual training program series. In the series, we'll be looking at many of the HVAC components manufactured by First Coat and provide you with details about installation, maintenance, and repair to help you get the best out of the First Coat equipment. In this first program, we're going to provide you orientation to what is commonly referred to as First Coat's flagship unit, the HX fan coil. We'll first look at the HX unit and high-efficiency HXX unit, and then turn to some service scenarios, including replacement of the heating element, changing out the fan motor, and adding a thermal expansion valve, known as a TXV. First Coat has manufactured horizontal fan coils since 1966, with millions of units installed in the field, with many still in service after 15 years. Of course, over the years, we've made some improvements, but because the design works so well, the basic configuration of the HX series has remained pretty much the same since it was first introduced. As you know, the basic purpose of the HX air handler is to either heat or cool your place of residence. For the multifamily industry, First Coat manufactures two versions of the horizontal ceiling fan coils. The HX version, which has electric heat, or the CDX version that has hot water coils for heating. In this program, we're going to focus on the HX unit. We'll be covering the CDX series in another program. The HX series is mounted in a drop ceiling application, not unlike the way you see here. The HX series is available in an uncased unit or a cased unit. We recommend that local code requirements are consulted before installation to determine whether you should use the standard HX unit or the HX-C or cased unit. Because space for the installations is always at a premium, First Coat has kept the footprint of the HX unit as compact as possible. The standard HX dimensions are 10 inches high by 21 inches deep. The width depends on the tonnage of a unit. 1.5 ton unit width is 37.25 inches wide and up to 56.25 inches for the 3 ton. For detailed size and other information on the HX series, visit the First Coat website. If an enclosure or case unit is required, we have a fully insulated case. The enclosure is slightly larger than its standard HX unit, 11 inches high by 24 inches deep. The widths are available to accommodate all of the tonnages, 1.5 up to 3 tons. Again, for specific dimensions, refer to our spec sheets, which are available on our website. The enclosures are fully insulated and 2% air leakage approved when tested in accordance with ASHRAE 193. The enclosure has an extended 2-inch supply duct flange, which makes for an easier supply plenum connection with an extended drip lip on the bottom unit flange. Here on the return side, you see the knockout area for a return plenum if a remote return is required. If you do utilize the rear return, you will need to have a remote filter grill and use our solid access panel. If you are mounting the case HX unit above a drop ceiling or utilizing the rear return, we have a cap kit available for the enclosure. This cap completely closes the enclosure. A field-added filter rack with a return plenum or a remote filter grill would have to be used. Our coils are made with high-efficient rifled copper tubing and aluminum fin construction. One of our newest quality enhancements to our fan coils is seen here. Our coils are now charged with a holding charge of 50 psi. This is an important upgrade because it allows you to check the evaporator coil at the distributor or on site before the unit is installed. This can potentially save you time and a lot of effort in the event the unit does not have a charge. If a TXV is required, we have TXV kits for installing out in the field. These TXVs are a non-bleed type 100% shutoff. So depending on the type of compressor you have, a hard start kit might be needed. The drain pan shown here is made of galvanized metal and is fully insulated and sloped for proper drainage. You'll note that there are three 3/4 inch NPT nipples for the drain connections. There are main drain connections on either side of the drain pan for easier field connections. Here is where the control section is located. All of the HX units are 208, 240 volts with 24 volt controls. When we look at the blowers for the HX unit, First Co has two types of fan motors available, the PSC style motor or the newer ECM style motor. You'll note that the PSC motor is smaller and has a run capacitor attached, while the ECM motor is larger and does not have a run capacitor. Without getting into a lot of details at this point, what's important to know is that the ECM motor helps us reach higher SEER rating matches with outdoor condensing units. In addition to the enclosures and motor choices, there are accessories designed to work with the HX series of fan coils, starting with a full line of access panels designed for the HX series. Our louvered access panels have a filter rack built into them, and our IAQ, or indoor air quality louver panels, can be used with 1-inch or 2-inch MERV 8 air filters. In addition, we also have a solid access panel available. We also offer field-added TXV kits. If you are matching the HX series to heat pumps and need backup heat or emergency heat, we have the 942-1 heat pump kit that controls the heating elements during the heating cycle. By now, we hope you have a better understanding of the HX unit and have enough information to move on to the next section of our HX training. In the next part of our program, we're going to look at the most common service scenarios you might encounter with the HX series, including replacing a heating element, changing out the blower motor, changing out a transformer, and installing a TXV. Thanks for visiting, and we'll see you soon.